I think, almost all the world's concerned that in some cases speech can go too far, and it can really be hurtful and harmful and damaging, not just to people's feelings, but really can lead to instability. Therefore, there must be a dialogue among all of us in the global community about how we address that and how we address really the escalating tone of, I think, disrespect for religion in general. And of course, Islam is very much a target of that as well. And we as Muslim nations need to band together to address that concern. And I think we're very, very proud that Pakistan is taking that to heart. And we are working closely with our brothers in Pakistan to address this concern.
So I have a follow-up question from the last visit of Royal Highness Mohammed bin Salman. So the last time you were here, there was an order of releasing 2,000 prisoners, Pakistani prisoners from Saudi jail. Correct me if I'm wrong, the figure that I have right now is that 563 of them have been released. So could we know what is the timeline when all of them will be released, and can you expedite the process so that they can come home?
I don't, to be honest, I don't have the numbers. I will certainly, now that you've raised it, check on that. I'm sure that we have released everybody who is entitled to release. And if there's some others that are potentially up for release, I think it's a matter of processing, and the necessary agencies will do their best to make sure that it's processed as soon as possible.
Your Highness, we welcome the great initiative of the Green Middle East and Green Saudi Arabia, which has been taken by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman 1 month ago. But you must have also heard that Pakistani government, especially the Prime Minister of Pakistan, has been working on a billion-tree tsunami and a clean and green Pakistan initiative for the past several years from 2013. How can Pakistan and Saudi Arabia join hands and cooperate in your new initiative of Green Middle East and Green Saudi Arabia?
You're right. We have announced this initiative, which is our contribution to addressing the global climate change really crisis and helping to improve the planet and its environment. But Pakistan has also had, as you mentioned, a leading role in that agenda, and has this plan for 1 billion trees, which is incredibly impressive. And I know Pakistan has already made some very impressive progress on that, and you've already planted several 100 million trees, as I understand, and this is something that's very impressive. And I'm sure we will work together to align both of those initiatives and to learn from each other, and to, I think, to benefit from each other's experience on that. And, you know, global climate change is a challenge for us all, and we have to work together, and we have to band together. And the strong bilateral relationship that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Pakistan has means that we can partner on issues like this, which are very complex, which are of a global, not just bilateral, but really a global impact. And that's the kind of relationship we are working towards increasing.
So another one of these follow-up questions, I was just reading up on all the memorandum of understandings being signed together. It means that there is a lot of room for more joint ventures. It means a lot of more Pakistani labor would be probably, you're going to engage us at that level also. So just wanted to know, there are a lot of joint ventures like agriculture, technology, commerce, finance. How are you, your government going to facilitate in, you know, in the policy of ease of visas, the working conditions over there of the labor class? A lot of Pakistanis have done a lot of, you know, hard work in building up the modern Saudi Arabia.
Absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, a real focus of this visit and a real focus of the discussion between the two leaders is the economic relationship, and a focus on building a much stronger investment climate between the two nations, both to facilitate Saudi investment in Pakistan, but also to facilitate Pakistani investment in the kingdom, as well as, of course, the contribution of Pakistani labor within the kingdom's workforce. We have recently undergone some significant labor reforms, which have I think, improved to a great extent the flexibility of third country labor within the Saudi labor marketplace, where they are much more free to transfer their work from one employer to other. And all of this really facilitates a much stronger contribution for Pakistani Pakistanis employed in the kingdom to find prosperity within the kingdom and at the same time contribute to the kingdom's prosperity and growth. You know, we have a very ambitious plan, Vision 2030. Under that plan, we expect to grow significantly the employment base in the kingdom. That means, of course, there will be significant opportunities for additional employment for Pakistani nationals. Beyond that, we also hope that Pakistani businesses will continue to increase their investment in the kingdom because there are some very, very successful, very innovative Pakistani entrepreneurs who I think will find excellent and exciting opportunities in the kingdom, as well as working towards increasing the level of Saudi investment in Pakistan. You know, historically, the relationship has been a very strong political one and a very strong government-to-government one. Our focus and the mandate we have from both leaders is to make sure that we are facilitating also the business-to-business relationship and that Saudi businesses are really understanding of the great opportunities that they have within Pakistan and the potential for success and the support that they're going to receive from the Pakistani government. And as I said, we are also going to do the same for Pakistani businesses, hoping to give them the opportunities to grow and invest in the kingdom. So it's really a focus on a win-win relationship in the economic realm, because we believe that that is really the core basis for any strong relation, and that perhaps in the past decades, because of how close we are historically, we have maybe not given enough attention to pushing the economic potential that exists in this relationship. And that's the mandate that we heard from His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and from the Prime Minister, to make sure that we as ministers in all of the cabinet agencies are working hard to facilitate, as I said, in both directions, investment, labor flow, and beyond.
I would request both of them if you can have one question because of His Royal Highness.
Sure.
Very tight.
Thank you, Your Highness. The joint communique which we have seen also mentions Afghanistan and mentions that Saudi Arabia can help Pakistan in its dialogue with India. We have difficult situation both in East and West. Saudi Arabia has in recent years developed good relationship with India as well. How can you help us in both areas, Afghanistan and India?
I think Afghanistan is critically important, not just to the security of Pakistan and its neighborhood, but also to our security and global security. And Pakistan has a very, very important role to play in helping secure the future of Afghanistan. And we will, of course, work closely with our colleagues and with the international community to make sure that we are able to help Afghanistan find its footing, get to stability, get to prosperity, and I look forward to working with my counterpart on that in detail. On the relationship with India, I really want to commend what has been achieved recently of a calming of tensions and a ceasefire. This is an excellent step in the right direction, and we will only work to encourage that process and to make sure that tensions continue to be reduced between both nations. As you mentioned, we have a growing good relationship with India. We hope we can help everybody to work towards a reduction in tension. I think from our perspective, the focus on building prosperity for the people of one's nation should be the key emphasis of all policy. And I think Pakistan has that priority. I think Pakistan and the leadership in Pakistan, what we heard from Imran Khan is that there's really a very keen focus to make sure that stability and security in the region is secured, because that will deliver the stability that is needed to grow the country's economy. And I think that is exactly what should be done. And we will, of course, offer any support we can to make that happen.
My final question would be, what are the areas that you guys have identified where Pakistan and Saudi Arabia can work in synergy, especially in the context of this regional peace that we all have this dream of achieving someday? What are those areas that you have identified?
I mean, there are too many to list. I have to say that we have found, we agree on almost everything, if not everything, and we have a very, very similar worldview, whether it's regional security, whether it's a focus on global prosperity, and we have agreed that we will work not just at the high level, through the Commission, but also to increase engagement at the working level, so at working officials level, at senior official level, to make sure that we are aligning in all areas. It's really exciting. I can't tell you how excited I am about the potential for for building the relationship going forward.
Thank you very much, Your Highness. Thank you very much, Dr. Pizada, Sister Maria. If you would like to have any closing remarks, Your Highness.
Yeah, definitely. Your Highness, we are both very grateful, and Maria will add her comments for giving us the opportunity for viewers which are in Pakistan and across the world. And we would like you to visit Pakistan, and we would like to, we like us to sit with you for a face-to-face discussion as well.